Hi, this is Sarah. Today we're going to explore the remix class. So the remix, as it sounds, is a beautiful blend of yoga, Pilates, HIIT, cardio. We're going to strengthen, we're going to tone, we'll find flexibility, all while breathing. So just remember to go at your own pace. Take breaks when you need, as per usual. This would be more of a moderate to intermediate class. No props needed. All right, let's get started on our backs. So lying down, you can take your feet flat onto the floor, the knees bent. Release the head and shoulders down. We're going to take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just 3 cleansing breaths to begin. So inhale, feel the belly rise. Feel the chest expand. Pause at the top and exhale as you breathe out through the mouth. Empty all the way out to the bottom. And then just pause at the very bottom. Inhale again. Let's fill up with life and brightness and power. Exhale as you feel a subtle release, an emptying out and a clearing. One more. Inhale. Fill up and expand all the way to the top, filling up the whole body. Pause at the top and exhale. Let the breath go. You can exhale out through the mouth. Feel that cleansing release. All right, return to your regular, even and easy breath. We're going to stack the knees right on top of the hips, parallel the shins to the ceiling. Your hands will come behind the head. So we're going to inhale here to prepare. Draw the navel to the spine. Try to imprint the low back. Flex through your feet, spread your toes. Now exhale as we curl up, head and shoulders lift. And inhale as you lower. So exhale as you curl up. I want you to think of lifting the sternum towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower. Exhale, let's squeeze it up. Keep your elbows wide. Inhale to lower. Exhale, take it up. And inhale to lower. Keep imprinting the low back. 3 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Relax through the jaw. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lift. We're going to hold it here. Imprint the low spine. Imprint the navel to the spine. And now inhale as you lower the heels just to tap the mat. And exhale and bring the knees to stack on top of the hips. Inhale as we lower heels. And exhale, knees stack. So if you can't keep that imprinting of the low back, don't lower the heels as far. Inhale. Keep lifting through the chest. Tap the heels. Exhale to rise up. Good. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. You're almost there. Try to relax the head into the hands. Inhale as we lower. And exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Last one. Keep lifting the chest. Inhale, lower. And exhale to lift. Good. Relax the head and shoulders down. Stacking the knees on top of the hips, just like before. You can cactus your arms or extend the arms like airplane wings. We're slowly going to lower the knees over to the left. Pull the navel to the spine. Don't let the knees drop to the floor. So the bottom leg is helping lift up the top leg. Inhale as you come back through center. Exhale. Let the knees drop over towards the other side. Good. Navel to spine. Inhale through center. Exhale. Super slow. The slower you go, the harder it is. Navel to spine. Breathe into rise. Exhale over to the right. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Let's do this one more time each side. Take your time. Move with the breath. To center. Over to the right. Good. To center. All right. Keep the knees stacked on top of the hips. We're going to now adjust the thighs to be hip width apart. Hands are going to press into the thighs. So really firmly, lots of strength here. And then you're going to pull the thighs to press back into the hands. 2 opposing forces. While you're doing this, imprint the low back. And then feel the navel squeeze towards the spine. Try to relax the head and shoulders. Hold it here. This should be tough. I can almost not talk. For 5. For 4. You can make this as hard or as easy as you like. 3. 2. Good. You're going to keep the left side strengthening and pressing. On the right side, inhale, we extend right arm, right leg. Exhale, come back to center. Stay on the right side. Inhale as we extend. And exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, extend. And exhale to center one last time. Reestablish that strong, firm pressing and pulling through the left side. All right, staying at center. Both hands pressing into thighs, thighs pressing into hands. Take a breath. Don't worry, this won't last forever. Let's inhale as we extend left arm, left leg. Keep lengthening through the tailbone. Exhale, hand to thigh, thigh into the hand. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back to center. Find the strength through the right side, right thigh pulling back more, right hand pressing forward more. Good, extend, inhale, back to center. Exhale one more time, breathe in. And breathe out, holding at center, all your strength here. Do not hold back. Thighs to hands, hands to thighs for 3, for 2, and 1. All right, release. Let's take the thighs wide. Reach to the inner lines of your legs. Catch the outside of the feet. Happy baby pose. As you press up through the feet, you're pulling down with the hands. Try to lengthen through the sacrum and feel a heaviness through the shoulders. All right, we're going to draw the legs together. Rock up to a seated position. Lifting through the chest. Begin to lean back a little bit. And then parallel your right shin and then your left shin. Point through the toes. From here, we're going to curl into a little ball. You'll hold on to your ankles, squeezing the navel to spine, chin to chest, rounding through the back body. We're going to take an inhale as we lower onto the spine. Exhale as you come up and find that little balance point. Keep pointing the toes. Inhale as we lower back. Exhale to lift. Lift through the chest. Inhale, lower. And exhale to lift. Good. 3 more times. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. With control, lower. And lift. Last one, lower. And lift. Lift through the chest. Now see if you can extend through the legs. And maybe reach the arms up and overhead. Can you gaze up to the sky? Lift the chest towards the ceiling for 3, for 2, and 1. Well done. Let's bend into the knees. Take the heels nice and close in towards your sit bones. Widen through your thighs. And then I like to imagine my best friend helping me to stand up. So you're going to reach to the inner thighs. You're curling and rounding. You can use a little momentum as you send the weight forward and straighten your legs. We'll come to the top of the mat. All right, we're going to work a variation of sun salutation A. Press through the feet. Reach to the sky. Energize through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, let's dive forward. Forward fold. Breathe in for halfway lift. Nice straight back. Place the hands. Step back to high plank. Top of a push-up. Come forward on the inhale. Lower the knees. Bend the elbows. Release the chest and chin to the earth. Good. Point the toes. Lift the chest for cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck toes. Slide the hips up and back. Down dog. Find your breath here. Either breathing in and out through the nose or steady breath in and out through the mouth. Whatever works for you. Walk your hands back to your feet. We're meeting at the back of the mat. Forward fold. Soften the knees. Breathe in for halfway lift. And exhale as you fold. Let's rise to standing. Reach to the fingertips. Charge down through the legs. Use the exhale to dive right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. The exhale, we're going to walk forward into high plank. All right, we're moving to traditional push-up. So this is different than our chaturanga. We'll lower the knees to modify so that we can get the alignment proper. We want to bend the elbows wide, lower the chest, and then lift. We bend the elbows to lower chest, and then lift. Lower the chest, and lift. Lower the chest, and lift. One more time. Lower. And lift. Tuck the toes down, dog. And breathe in through the nose, maybe a clearing sigh out through the mouth. Let's look forward on the inhale. The exhale, you can step or lightly hop right to the top. Little to no sound. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as we fold. Rise to standing. Reach tall. Hands to heart center. All right, we'll pump that up just a notch. Option to take that same variation we just did using the knees. Listen to your body. Alignment is always number one. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, dive forward. Breathe in for halfway lift. Inhale. Good. Place the hands, step back to high plank. Come forward on the breath in, chaturanga, breath out. So option to lower the knees. Inhale as we pull the heart forward and up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. And then walk the hands back towards the feet. Again, we're meeting in forward fold, back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to bow. Rise to standing. Think of reaching, touching the sky. Dive right back down on your exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. And then let's place the hands, walk the hands forward, high plank. Moving into that traditional push-up once again. Your hands are wide, index fingers pointing 12 o'clock. Inhales, you shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows wide. Good. Press down to lift up and then lower. Inhale, press up and exhale to lower. Inhale, press and exhale to lower. One more time, press. Whew, and exhale to lower. Let's press it all the way back up. Downward facing dog. Well done. With the hands wide, you'll keep the feet a little wider than normal. So walk your feet out just a tad. Place the left hand firmly into the earth. Wrap the right arm underneath your body. The right hand will grab the outer left shin. Soften the knees. Press the heels heavy to the floor. Taking a breath into this gentle twist, twisting on the underside of your body. And then we'll switch. Right hand in line with left. Left hand threads underneath the body. Right hand catches the outside of the right shin. Think of sharpening this inverted V by bringing the ribs a little closer towards your hip points. Peek underneath your right armpit. Good. Return the left hand forward. Take an inhale as you glide forward, high plank. This time, chaturanga arms, so the elbows are scraping the sides of your ribs. Lower for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to point the toes, reach the arms back. On the inhale, lift through the chest. And then exhale, lengthen and lower. Think of deepening the shoulder blades further behind the heart. Inhale, lift. Press through all 10 of your toenails. Exhale to lower. Now this time everything lifts. Lift the chest. Float the feet up and off the mat. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Point the toes. Good. Just release the feet down. Hands in line with low ribs. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Settle into the space. Scan the body with your breath. What parts require a little more breath and space? Let's inhale to look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop right to the top. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We're going to rise up to standing. And then gather the hands to the heart. All right, we're going to take our feet into a prep for chair pose, Utkatasana, but a little more movement, a little more dynamic than maybe you're used to. So big toe mounds to touch, just a little space between the heels. We're dropping the hips, lifting the arms. This is an inhale here. Exhale, stand up. Inhale to lower, and exhale to stand. Inhale to lower. Exhale, stand up. Lift tall, breathe in. Breathe out. Come a little lower if you can. Inhale. And exhale, keeping the weight into the heels. Breath in. Breath out. Challenge yourself a little deeper. For 3. And 2. Good. And 1. All right, coming to standing. We're going to take 2 pulses of chair and then our reverse lunge on the right side 4 times, back to 2 pulses of chair, and then reverse lunge on the left side. All right, you'll get it as soon as we move into it. Let's come into chair. We lower for 1. Sit back down. For 2, let's step the right foot back. We're on the ball of the right foot. You're going to squeeze the elbows back as you bend into both of your knees. Right foot meets left. And again, right foot steps back. Squeeze the elbows back. Right foot meets left. Right foot back, squeeze elbows. and step to the top. Last time, right foot back and back to the top. We sit in chair for 1. Come back down for 2. Good. Left side, left foot steps back, squeeze the elbows back, lift the heart, and left foot forward. Left foot back for 3. Last 2. Good. And final 1. Squeeze the elbows, step to the top. Let's take the chair. Sit for 1 and 2. Over to the right. Right foot steps, reverse lunge, squeeze for 3 and 2. The bigger the steps, the more the challenge. Last 1. Good. To center, sit chair for 1 and 2. Left side, left foot steps back, bend into left knee, step forward, step it back and forward. So maybe you can parallel the left shin and forward, step back and forward. Back to chair, sit low for 1 and 2. Good. Right foot, last time each side, squeeze to the top. Step back, right side to the top. Last 2. Final 1. Good. Come to center, chair pose for 1. Even lower, 2. Left side, big step, squeeze for 4 and 3. Good. 2. Last 1. Come to the top of the mat, sit low for 1 and 2. We're going to hold it here. Hands come to heart center, lengthen the tailbone down. Twist over to the right. Left elbow is hooking onto the outer right thigh. Press into the palms and then turn the gaze beyond the right shoulder, the right elbow. Hold it here for 3. Lengthen the tailbone down towards your heels. 2. Squeeze the shin bones in towards each other, just like they're one solid limb. On 1, come to center. We're going to see if we can lift up onto the balls of the feet. Keep squeezing through the inner ankles. Heels lifting, just like you had Barbie feet. Breathe here. 1 more breath. All right, heels drop down, hands to heart. We're twisting over to the left, right elbow outside of left thigh. Press through the palms, open through the chest. Tack the right knee back in line with the left. Nice work. Last breath. Stay with it. Back to center. Arms reach overhead. Let's see if we can lift the heels. Squeeze those inner ankles. Holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. Heels drop down, fold forward. Breathe in for halfway lift. Inhaling, stretch. Exhale, place the hands, step back to high plank. Top of a push-up. We're going to hold it here, making sure that the hips are in line with the shoulders. Tap the left hand to right shoulder and switch. Right hand to left and switch. So try to minimize the movement of your hips, wrapping everything in towards midline. And switch. And switch, and switch. You're halfway there. Let's go for 4, and 3. Last 2, and 1. Good. Come forward on the inhale. Shoulders move beyond the wrists. Exhale, lower to earth for 5, 4. The elbows pulling back. 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. We're going to lace the hands behind the back, press the knuckles towards the heels, slight tuck at the chin, squeeze through the inner thighs. As we lift the heart, we think of getting longer, stretching through the crown of the head. Now on the exhale, see if you can lift the legs, point through the toes, and then squeeze the legs together, just like you had a tail. Stretch through the toes, stretch through the top of the head. 1 more breath. All right, let's lower just the legs, hands in line with low ribs. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, moving through the knees, tuck toes, down dog. Breathe in to look forward, breath out, step or lightly hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale as we fold. Let's rise up to standing. And gather the hands to the heart center. All right, we're going to move into are single leg deadlifts. So ground through your right foot. Your right hand can come to your right hip. We draw the left knee up in line with left hip. From here, we're going to stretch the left leg back. You can use the left arm nice and wide for balance, but maybe we can touch down to the floor. We soften through the right knee. Rising up on the inhale, left knee back in line with the hip. Exhale, heart forward. Try to keep the shoulders in line with your hips as you stretch forward, maybe touch the ground. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, kick back. Inhale to rise up, finding your balance by rooting through all four corners of the standing foot. Take it down on the exhale. 3 more to go. And 2. Yes, last one. Finish it off. No rush here. Take your time. Good. The next time you come up, bring the left knee up just a touch higher. Widen the left thigh. Cross left ankle over the right thigh. Standing pigeon. Reach the arms overhead. Send the hips way back as the heart moves forward. Center the balance in your standing heel. Good. From here, hands towards the heart. Press into the hands. Come a little deeper by bending more through the right knee. We're going to lift the left knee back up to the chest, come into standing, and extend out through left leg. Point the toes, and then flex, and then point, and then flex. One more, point, and flex. Now send the left leg behind you. Try to square the hips to the floor, meaning left hip wrapping down and in. We'll keep the hands pressing to the heart, bend into right knee, and then lift up. Bend, and inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. The lower you go, the harder it is. Inhale, lift. We're going for 3. And 2. Good. Last one. Lower it down. Stay here with the bent right knee. Fingertips touch down. The left toes touch to the back of the mat. Widen your left fingertips. Take a twist open to the right. We're going to lower the left knee to the floor. Widen your right foot, so meaning turning your right toes out to 45 degrees. So the right thigh is also widening. Strange lizard pose. Flex the right toes. The left hand can come even wider, maybe off the mat completely. The right arm opens up. Option to catch your back foot. Heel squeezes towards your hips, then we slide everything forward. If you have the flexibility, you can always lower onto the left forearm. We're still turning the heart up and towards the right. Well done. Let's inhale as we release the left toes. Heel toe the right foot a little closer in towards center. Pick up your back knee, spin your left heel down, warrior 2, open the arms, and then sink heavy through the hips. The shoulders are stacking right on top of the hips. The arms are long and strong. Steady the gaze just beyond the right middle finger. Hold your space here. Think of fierce warrior with strength, but also that touch of ease. Right palm turns to sky. Inhale, exalted warrior. Stretch up and back. Now on the exhale, you'll windmill the left hand down to plant onto the left-hand corner of the mat. Roll to outer edge of both of your feet. And then just scooting your right foot a little closer towards the center of your mat. The right arm extends up here. From here, we're going to step into the right foot, bring the left knee to chest, and then extend it out. Keep it hovering. Left foot pointing towards 2 o'clock. Knee back to chest, kick it back to 6 o'clock. Knee to chest, kick it back out 2 o'clock. Knee to chest, all the way back to 6. Knee to chest, kick. Yes, back to the back of the mat. Let's go 3 more times. Keep lifting, energizing out through the right fingertips. For 2. Last one. Good. Lower the right hand to the floor. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Open and stack. Right hip on top of the left. Deep breath in. And breath out. Right foot steps forward. Low lunge. Sink the left knee to the earth. Circle the arms overhead. tucking back toes. Fingertips will touch down, pyramid pose. Try to lift the hips up and back. Gaze towards your back heel. We're working on straightening, lengthening through both of our legs without hyperextending through the front knee. All right, place the hands down, bend into right knee, three-legged dog. Extend the right leg up and back. We're going to keep the right leg about hip height. So always an option to stay here. If you want the extra challenge, come forward. 3-point high plank. Inhale. Lower halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Press all the way back up. Three-legged down dog. 2 more like that. Inhale as we come forward. Exhale, lower halfway. You could always lower the left knee down. Press up and back for a 3-legged dog. 1 more time. Inhale. Take it forward. Exhale. Chaturanga arms. All the way up and back. 3-legged dog. Right foot meets left. Lower the knees. Sink the hips. Untuck toes. Child's pose. Find a place of rest, of surrender, and stillness. Slow down your breath. Okay, let's look forward. Reach the arms forward, plant the hands, tuck your toes, slide the hips up and back, down dog. Let's ignite your breath. Find that internal spark once again. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop right to the top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there, and fold. Rise to standing. And hands to the heart. All right, single leg deadlift, other side. So just coming to the top of the mat if you're not quite there. So this time, we're gonna ground down through the left leg. The right knee comes up in towards the chest. Flex through the right toes. As we lift the heart, we take our breath in. Breath out, we send the right leg behind us, right fingertips. We're reaching towards the floor. They don't have to touch. Soften through the standing leg. Breathe in as you rise up. Set your gaze at one fixed point. And then exhale, kick back, hinge forward. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Come forward and up. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, reach back, either pointing the toes or even flexing the toes. Doesn't matter as long as the right foot is staying active. Kick back, soften through the left knee. Rise it back up. Use the core. Lots of core strength here. Kick back, heart moves forward. Bring the right knee back in towards the chest. Yes, kick it back, heart forward. And right knee back to the chest. We're gonna hold it here. Lift the right thigh a little higher. Now we'll cross right ankle over the left thigh. Deepening the creases in your hips, standing pigeon. You want to think of hiking your right hip up. We have a tendency to drop the right hip too low so the hips are uneven. From here, let's bring the hands to the heart. Press the palms towards each other. Come a little deeper and send the weight into the center point of your standing heel. One more breath. All right, we're going to stand up. Right knee comes with us. Keep pressing into the hands. Extend out through right leg. Point your toes. Flex. Point, flex, one more point, and flex. Pendulum your right leg back like airplane. So our head, our heart, our hips, and our heel are all on one line, the same plane. We're gonna bend into the left knee any amount, and then rise up on the inhale. Exhale to bend, inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. You're already halfway there. Inhale, rise. 3 more, bend. And lift for 2. Bend, energize back through your right heel. Last one, we hold the bend, drop the fingertips down to the floor, step the right foot back. And then from here, you're gonna widen your left foot over towards the left edge of the mat. Plant right hand down, take your twist open to the left. Press the right thigh bone to the ceiling. The right knee will sink to the floor. Let's angle the left toes out at 45 degrees. Soften the hips forward. So this left hand can encourage the thigh a little wider as we try to spiral the right side rib cage up to the left. Option to take your bind, maybe lower onto the forearm with or without the bind. You choose. Breathe. Good, one more breath. All right, we're going to inhale to release the bind. Prop yourself back up onto the right hand. We're picking up the right knee. Our back toes are tucked. And then we're going to heel toe ourselves so the left shin is intersecting with the medial line of the right thigh. Left arm reaches to ceiling. So we need to be able to plant this left foot right into the floor. The hips are lifting. Plug down to the right arm, right shoulder. So the right knee comes into chest, and then we kick it out to 10 o'clock. Knee to chest, kick it back to 6. Lift through the fingertips, knee to chest. We take it back out. Knee to chest to 6 o'clock. Knee to chest to 10 o'clock. Knee to chest, kick it back. Good, bring it forward. And take it back. And forward. And all the way back. Last time, lift through those hips. All the way back. Stay here. We're going to lower the left hand down to the earth. And then open and stack. Left hip on top of the right. Deep bend through the left knee. Claw the mat with all 10 of your finger pads. Soften through the right knee. Press the heel down towards the floor. Doesn't matter if it touches. One more breath like that. All right, look forward. The left foot will step to left thumb. The right heel grounds down. Warrior 2, looking for that deep bend through the left knee. The arms span out from the notch in your collarbones. We're gazing just beyond the left middle finger. Find your depth. Find the balance between strength and sweetness. Always refining the posture with every breath. Great, well, let's take left palm up to the sky. Inhale, reach up and back, exalted warrior. On the exhale, let's come through center. Windmill the hands down to frame the front foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Big toe mounds touching here. We're going to tap the left toes out to the left. Bring them back to center. Stay on the left side. Left toes to the left, to center. Press equally through your hands to the left and to center. One more time this side, to the left and to center. Let's switch. Lift the right toes, tap to right. Come to center. Over to the right. You got it, center. 2 more times. Inhale as you reach wide. Exhale to center. Last one. Good. Holding at center. Lower onto the forearms. And we're just going to pedal out the knees. Yeah? So pedal out the knees for 10, 9, lengthen the tailbone, 8, and 7, and 6, for 5, you got it, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the knees, relax the hips, and relax the whole body to the floor. You can make a little pillow with your hands. All right, so we're just going to roll onto our backs from here. Make sure that you're in the middle of the mat. Your hips are halfway up on your mat. All right, last little challenge. Moving in towards strengthening through the glutes. Our hands are by our side. You're drawing your heels in so that you can just graze the backs of the heels. On the inhale, we lift the hips. The exhale, I want you to think of lowering down one vertebra at a time. So the upper spine, mid spine, and then low spine. Lift up, inhale. Exhale as you lower down. Upper, mid, lower. The core is engaged. As you lower, lift up, and then release. Upper, mid, lower. One more time, lift, and release. Upper, mid, and lower. Okay, we're gonna lift our hips up. This time, root down through the left foot. Extend the right leg to the sky. Point the toes. Lift right hip up in line with the left. And then flex the toes as you lower the right leg just to parallel. Point toes to lift. Flex to lower. And point to lift. Press more through that left heel. Flex to lower. Point to lift. Flex to lower. Point to lift. One more time. Flex to lower. And point to lift. Right knee releases right into the other side. Left leg extends. Flex the toes to lower. Press down through the right heel. Point to lift. Flex to lower. And point to lift. Keep both hips square. Lower and lift. Flex to lower. Point to lift. One more time. Flex to lower. And point to lift. Left heel comes down. Stay lifted. Last challenge, right leg up to the sky. Keep the toes pointed. Lower the hips down just to tap the floor. And then lift up for 5. Lower. For 4. Lower. And 3. Lower. And 2. Lower. And 1. Hold it here as high as you can. Stretch through the toes. Bend into right knee. Other side. Left knee draws in towards chest. Extend and lengthen through left leg. Lower the hips and lift. Lower the hips. Energize through those left toes and lift. We have 3 and 2. Last one. Good. Holding at the top for 3 and 2 and 1. Both heels down. Lift the hips. Last breath. Lower down one vertebra at a time, upper spine, mid spine, and low spine. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Take one hand to your belly, one to your heart. Let everything totally relax. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more like that, in through nose, out through mouth. All right, stay here as long as you like, you guys. This is all we have time for today. Thank you for sharing your energy, your strength, your breath, all your hard work. We'll see you next time. Namaste.